Maybe you've heard about this on the internet, but there's almost no information anywhere. Don't worry, Spider-Fan, because TrendMax, that's me, has dived all over the internet to tell you 10 things you have to know about Spider-Man Lotus. Number 1. The origin of Spider-Man Lotus. Let's start with the basics. Spider-Man Lotus is a fan-made film, a totally independent movie. Neither Marvel, Sony, or Disney are related in any way to it. In fact, none of the three have said anything about it officially. Hopefully, it's an indication that there will be no problems in the future. The project was created by Gavin J. Knupp, an independent content creator who I'll go into detail in a bit. The plot of Spider-Man Lotus will be quite melancholic. Based on the Spider-Man Blue and the Amazing Spider-Man, the kid who collects Spider-Man comics, it'll tell a story where Peter Parker is devastated after the death of Gwen Stacy, his first great love. So, Mary Jane Watson and a boy, who is Spider-Man's biggest fan, will be a very important support for him to overcome it. Want to know more about Spider-Man Lotus? Stay tuned to this video. Number 2. The Creator. Who is Gavin J. Knupp? The creator of Spider-Man Lotus is an English-born content creator with a great fanaticism for the wall-crawling superhero. He gained some fame when he released Spider-Man, the series, in September 2020, a comic series that were actually screenshots of Spider-Man comics, movies, and series with edited text boxes. For 10 seasons, Gavin J. Knupp published weekly episodes of this fan-made comic until January 3rd, 2021. Knupp has become quite famous at 18 years old. How did he go from making a fan-made comic series to a movie? I'll tell you next. Number 3. The announcement. The last episode of Spider-Man the series was released on January 3rd, 2021, and all was quiet. However, on January 11th, on the Instagram account @GJKCentral, a countdown with the number 5 began. Daily, images were posted with the numbers 4, 3, 2, and 1. Until January 16th, a poster announcing Spider-Man Lotus was published, which also explained that it was a fan-made film project. Previously, Gavin J. Knupp's project, Spider-Man the series, was little known and had even received comments mocking his work as it was essentially just edits of old images. However, after Lotus was announced, the whole world turned to this project and it exploded in popularity when a first trailer was released in October 2021. That looked way better than anyone expected from an independent project. Want to know which of the MCU's 3 Spider-Man liked this trailer? You know the drill. Keep watching this video. Number 4. Andrew Garfield supports Spider-Man Lotus. This story is unbelievable. One day, Andrew Garfield took a flight on Delta Airlines. But what the actor never thought was that he'd get a letter from the captain of the plane, who was none other than Joe Knupp, Gavin J. Knupp's father. In the letter, Captain Knupp explained that his son was making a fan film called Spider-Man Lotus and wrote down the social networks where he could look for the trailer. The captain also thanked Garfield for inspiring his son and asked if they could take a picture together. Now, we all know how cool Andrew is, so he agreed to the captain's request, resulting in this quirky photo of the two of them in the cockpit of the plane. Isn't that cool? This takes on a special symbolic importance considering that Lotus could directly be connected to the second Spider-Man movie that Andrew Garfield starred in. Wow! Number 5. Project Development. You think making a movie is easy? Well, no. But with the help of Spidey fans, anything is possible. That's how Gavin opened a crowdfunding on Indiegogo.com, explaining his project and showing some progress. This way, Spider-Man Lotus managed to raise $112,079, donated by 2,759 people. If we compare it with the budget of Hollywood movies, it's nothing, but for a fan-made film, it'll be useful. In fact, it was used directly for the look, design, special effects, and 3D animations carried out by Lorenzo Di Santi and the artist Detrinti Art, who you can find on Instagram as @DetrintiArt. What else was the budget used for? Well, for casting and hiring the actors, which I'll tell you about in a moment. Number 6. Comics on which it is based. Before telling you about the actors, it'll be good to review the comics on which Spider-Man Lotus is based. So, spoiler alert. On the one hand, there's Spider-Man Blue, written by Jeff Loeb and drawn by Tim Sale. This comic shows us Peter Parker on Valentine's Day, where he, now married to Mary Jane, remembers Gwen Stacy and how he fell in love with her. He narrates all this on a tape recorder and is finally discovered by Mary Jane, who understands him. supports him, and asks him to send her regards to Gwen. On the other hand, The Kid Who Collects Spider-Man, written by Roger Stern and drawn by Ron Frenz, tells the story of Tim Harrison, a boy described in a newspaper as Spider-Man's biggest fan who wants the superhero to visit him. Peter can't help but be moved, as the newspaper also says he has cancer. Spidey visits him in the hospital, and after sharing some anecdotes, he even reveals his secret identity to him and then says goodbye with a hug. Such beautiful stories. Number 7. Actors. Ready to meet the cast? They're all relatively new actors, so let's hope Spider-Man Lotus helps boost their careers. In the lead role, Peter Parker will be played by Warden Wayne. Note that he bears a slight resemblance to Tom Holland. Yes? No? Let me know if you agree with me in the comments. Sean Thomas Reed will play Harry Osborn. Heads up, apparently, they won't be playing their alter egos themselves, as Landon Connup and John Salandria are signed up for the roles of Spider-Man and Green Goblin, respectively. Moria Brooklyn will be the red-haired Mary Jane, and on the other hand, Tuyen Powell will play the role of Gwen Stacy. Another protagonist is Maxwell Fox Andrews, who will be the little Tim Harrison, and Mariah Fox, who will play his mother. Another name that has popped up is Jack Wooten, although it's not yet known exactly what role he'll play. The energy of these actors looks pretty good, so everything seems to be going well with Lotus, right? Oh, what's that? Number 8. Racism controversy? No, what happened? When the fan film in development became world famous, fans started digging through everything they could looking for clues or anything about the movie. This included the actor's social media, and they discovered old comments with racist and homophobic content by Warden Wayne, the actor of Peter Parker. He apologized and even wrote a public letter trying to show his regret, but to no avail. People on the internet were very angry. Everything got worse when they also discovered old racist comments by Gavin J. Connup, the creator and director. Wow, these are indeed problems. In fact, some people started calling for the fan film to be canceled. But when bad things happen, things can get even worse. Number 9. Connup said that John Watts films are... Now, that's shooting yourself in the foot. The great director John Watts, who directed the last 3 Spider-Man movies starring Tom Holland, was very impressed when he saw the trailer for Spider-Man Lotus. So he sent an Instagram message to Gavin J. Connup telling him that his fan film looked great and he supported it 100%. Wow, first Garfield and then Watts. It's all going well, right? Well, no. Because apparently the @GJK Central account commented to someone about Watts' message and that he was surprised, but then said that Watts' films are... Better see for yourself. Let's just get through the last part of this video before it all collapses on its own. Number 10. Will it come out anyway? To make things simple, yes! In addition to what I told you, some storyboard and special effects workers also came out to say that they were leaving the project due to low pay or mistreatment from the director. But the truth is that since it's an independent and non-profit film, Spider-Man Lotus is not accountable to anyone. So, my dear Spider fan, its release is assured for 2022, although there's no date yet. So, you just have to wait a little longer. In short, this is all there is to know about this Arachnid fan film. Tell me in the comments if you'll watch it or if you're uncomfortable with the controversy. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. Until the next adventure, bye!